President number 41, George H.W. Bush, a Republican from Texas who served 1989 to 1993. The youngest pilot in naval history, he flew 58 combat missions, logging 1,228 hours of flight time during his 39 months of service in World War II. In a 14-pilot squadron, he was just one of 4 to survive the war. And when his plane was shot down over the South Pacific Ocean, his 2 crewmates perished, but he parachuted to safety and was picked up by an American submarine. He was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross. Now, returning home, he played baseball at Yale University and became an All-American first baseman. In 1948, Yale played Princeton at Yankee Stadium, and George Bush met the legendary hero Babe Ruth. Now, he moved to Texas after that and got involved in the oil industry. He was a congressman from 1966 to 1970, an ambassador to the United Nations, a chairman of the Republican National Committee, an envoy to Beijing, China, a CIA director, and then vice president to President Reagan. After 2 terms as vice president, he ran for president in 1988 and became the first sitting president since President number 8, Martin Van Buren, in 1840, 148 years prior, to win election as president in his own right. Now, as president, he was the first to appoint a Hispanic to his cabinet, which was Manuel Lujan of New Mexico, who became Secretary of the Interior. Now, during his term, the Cold War ended after 40 bitter years of just turmoil between us and Russia. The Communist Empire broke up. The Berlin Wall, which separated free from not free societies, came down. And things were looking up, except we then sent troops into Panama to overthrow the corrupt government of General Manuel Noriega, who was threatening our Panama Canal and American citizens there. And also, when the Iraqi president, Saddam Hussein, invaded Kuwait, Bush sent American troops there to repel the invaders and save Kuwait, called Operation Desert Storm. Now, at home, he had a Clean Air Act, and he got the American with Disabilities Act done. He also had a puppy named Millie Bush. And Millie Bush wrote a series of books depicting a dog's life in the White House. Now, we think First Lady Barbara Bush wrote the books, but Millie gets credit. Now, in 1992, President Bush inspired a brand new Japanese word called Bushasora, which means to do the Bush thing. What thing? Vomiting in public, which President Bush did all over the lap of the Prime Minister of Japan during a dinner. Now, he ran for re-election in 1992, but back in '88 when he first ran, he said famously, quote, "Read my lips, no new taxes," unquote. But he did raise taxes in 1990, and the American public did not forget. So he was not re-elected in 1992. President number 41, George H.W. Bush.